These are the top 5 whiskeys to sip on this 4th of July. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So for this 4th of July here in 2024, I figured what better way to celebrate than with America's native spirit, bourbon. It's something that's unique to our country and just an awesome way to combine what this channel is about, bourbon, with one of our great national holidays. So put together a list of 5 bourbons. One of them might break the rules a little bit and be a rye, we'll see. But all of them are fantastic, not only just for sipping on during Independence Day, but for bringing to parties or, pleasing the crowd and kind of matching your barbecue relaxing vibes. So let's dive into the list now. The first is basically quintessential bourbon, comes from the father of bourbon, and that is Elijah Craig Small Batch. So 94 proof, full of vanilla, brown sugar, good amount of oak. It's basically your quintessential bourbon profile, and as Elijah Craig, the brand, claims, they say that Elijah Craig himself was sort of the father of all bourbon way back in the 1700s. So it's a good way to pay a little homage to one of the, forefathers of the bourbon industry. Okay, so next on the list is one that I think fits that American vibe and also is a distillery with a long, long heritage, and that is Mters US1 Bourbon. So has US right there in the name. Mters goes back to the 1700s as well in Pennsylvania and then moved its way to Kentucky. And the bourbon has really been growing on me. I did a blind tasting of their standard lineup, and this is what came out on top, which kind of surprised me. But it's got a good woody oakiness to it, some good bright cherry as well, and another kind of crowd pleaser. And the Elijah Craig's only going to cost you about $25, and then this steps it up a little bit to about $45. So both in that reasonable category, and you can bring either of these to a party and it would do very well. They're very approachable whiskeys overall. Okay, now let's step it up a bit in terms of proof and punch and presence with a newer whiskey that has just impressed the heck out of me, and that is Green River Foolproof Bourbon. Since this came out, I think it was about a month ago, I've been sipping on it, and you can tell I like it because, wow, it is so full of flavor. I mean, the rich brown sugar and oak on this is awesome. Tons of vanilla. It's just really, really well done, well balanced, foolproof bourbon. There's like a apple punch to it as well. That's just really, really good. So can't recommend this enough for around $50. It is a fuller proof experience. This one is 117.3 proof, so definitely takes it up a notch, and maybe you're going to want to sip this on a little bit of ice because, it's the summer months and it'll be hot on the 4th of July. All right, the next bottle on the list is a little bit more limited, but definitely special and will please the crowd, and I think you'll love sipping on it. It also just evokes classic American imagery, and that is Eagle Rare. So, it's got the eagle on the front, sort of our national mascot, and man, oh man, is it such good for summer sipping as well. It is full of cherry and grape and vanilla and soft oak, and at that 90 proof point, it's just gonna wash over your palate in a great way during the summer months. Price point wise, it's meant to be $35 or $40. You might see it marked up. It is harder to find, but it definitely deserves a place on this list of sort of more American, awesome bourbons to sip on during 4th of July. All right, the last and final bottle on the list is the newest on the list, and one that is definitely a higher price point and more of a rye, but by golly, it is fantastic. If you get it around this time of year, since it just dropped, it would be a great one to crack open on the 4th of July, and that is Little Book Chapter 8. So this is called The Path Not Taken, and it is primarily a rye blend, although there is some 18-year-old bourbon in it. I've cracked it open. I will be doing a review soon because it's one of the better ryes I've ever tasted. So yes, it's $150, more special, but again, if you're into the bourbon hunting game and you're looking for a great release from this summer, from this month actually, you can grab this and hopefully, you know, crack it open and try it for the first time on the 4th of July. All right, everybody, I think that's gonna do it. That's my list. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these to sip on during Independence Day. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the list and what you'll be sipping on this 4th of July. Then hit the like button as well to get it out to more people. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining us for the rest of 2024 and beyond. Just want to end by saying, very happy 4th of July to all of you. I hope you have a happy, safe, family-oriented, awesome 4th of July, and that you sip on some great whiskey. Till I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey and cheers.